Good afternoon. My name is Officer Heath Probe. I'm with the Lafayette Police Department. I've been a police officer for 24 years. I also teach the DARE program for the Lafayette Police Department. I took that over about 5 years ago, and I'm so glad I did because I absolutely love my job, and I get to do this during the summer. And like I said, this is my passion, working with these kids. I absolutely love this program. It's just a great program where kids can come in and see what police officers actually do. In 3 days, we literally just maybe scratch the surface a little bit and show them what we do. An actual recruit officer that actually comes into our police department takes about a year to a year and a half to actually get them trained before they can actually be out on their own. So we shove as much at them as possible in just 3 days, and it's a lot of fun. I hope they went home and told you guys they were having fun. I know we have some repeat customers this year that were here last year, and it's great. It helps my heart a lot when I hear them come up to me and say, "Officer Probe, I came back because I had so much fun last year." That means a lot to me. I want to get my thank yous out of the way really quick, because like I said, if I don't say thank yous at the beginning, I will literally forget, and it will drive me nuts, and I'm so sorry that, I want to get these really quick. So I want to thank Mayor Tony Zaworski for being here, taking time out of his busy schedule to show up and be here, because I know he loves this program as well, and my Chief of Police, Scott Galloway. They come to my DARE graduations, and they come to this graduation all the time, so the support really means a lot. Every parent, grandparent, sibling, aunt, uncle, everybody that showed up, the turnout here is awesome. It's great to know that these kids got a lot of support. Be proud of them, please, because they did an awesome job. I think we had a lot of fun this week. I want to thank all my instructors. I start planning this program in March. It takes several months to get this completely. All my instructors from the police department, whether they come in on their day off, and I think that shows a lot that they come in on their day off to sit there and teach these kids. Some are actually on duty, but most of them were on their days off, and they said, "Absolutely, I will come in and teach these kids." Okay, because they love doing it too. I want to thank Kanoy Apparel. Brad Kanoy is a good friend of mine. He's the one that actually did the shirts for me. He does them every single year that comes through, thick or thin. Does an absolute awesome job. So if you ever need any kind of shirts made or anything, please show him a little bit of love and maybe use his business, because he gives me a great deal on these shirts, and like I said, he does a fantastic job. I want to thank Dog and Suds, Subway, and Chick-fil-A. Every year I go to them for this Junior Police Academy and say, "Hey, I run the police academy. Would you want to donate meals?" And without a question, they absolutely say, "Absolutely. How many do you need?" They don't even ask, what's it for or anything like that. I just say, "Can I have meals?" And they say, "Absolutely. Let me know how many you need." So, like I said, if you're ever eating Dog and Suds, Subway, or Chick-fil-A, let them know. Maybe your kid or whatever went through Junior Police Academy, and let them know how much you appreciate them. I want to thank MK Reilly for being here. MK right there, taking pictures and everything. We'll post them on Facebook, on our website, on Facebook and the internet and everything. And then I want to thank my wife, Melinda. Melinda's in the back. She wanted to come and watch, took the time off work and wanted to see this graduation. So, and I want to also thank Jason Schatzer, Mark Griffith. They helped me on these 3 days. I couldn't have done it without you guys. Like I said, it's a lot to put this on, and it's a team effort. It's just not all by myself. I do it with tons of people. But it's a lot of hard work, but it comes through every single year because, like I said, I have help. And I think that is a testament to our police department, that people literally, like I said, come in here and want to be here on their days off to actually help these kids and teach them what we do every single day. And then Amanda Ferguson. Amanda's right here. Amanda came in on these hot days. I think she's on her day off too, right? Is that right? Kind of, okay. Well, I think she was on her day off, and she came in every single day in these hot days to teach these kids defensive tactics and stuff like that. So it was like I said, but thank you. And she also helped walk the kids down from our training center down here in this blistering weather. So but thank you very much. I appreciate it. So like I said, I hope the kids talked a lot about what they did throughout the day. Hopefully they did. But like on the first day, like I said, we went over rules and regulations. We did building searches. And on any given day, when I work the street, you could do a building search. Go into a dark building on an alarm or something like that, and you have to actually go in, be safe about it, search rooms, search every nook and cranny of the building, and do it safely. We taught them, we loaded them up with Nerf guns and actually went in and did building searches, taught them how to pie off corners, enter rooms safely. I think that was probably one of their favorite, was actually shooting each other with Nerf guns. So we had a lot of fun doing it. We taught them how to do a traffic stop safely, like how to make the traffic stop, how to position the vehicle, how to approach the vehicle in a safe manner, do a driver's side or a passenger side approach. Traffic stops can be, like I said, one of the most dangerous calls we could go on. Just like I said, you never know what's gonna happen when we approach that vehicle. We also did character building. We did the drill. We sat there, we did facing movements out there in that hot gym, but they did great. Stood them at the position of attention multiple times. And if they ever tell you I yelled at them, they're lying. I just spoke in a voice that they could hear me better. That's it. That's what my dad used to say. I was like, "Why are you yelling at them?" He'd say, "I'm just talking in a voice so you can hear me." And so that's what I would do with them. And then we did active shooter scenarios where, like I said, if there's a bad person trying to hurt people in a building or whatever, you have to go in and actually take out that threat. And like I said, every single day we finished up with defensive tactics. I told them, I want you guys to hear it as well, they're not to go and beat up their little brothers and sisters, okay, with all the stuff they learned. It's just, like I said, for self-defense in case somebody bad tries to hurt them. We talked about crime scene prevention, crime scene preservation, and how a crime scene technician can literally make or break a case just by a little piece of DNA, a little hair, a fingerprint. We taught them how to fingerprint. They actually put their fingerprint on cans, and they got the dust and actually get their own fingerprint off of it. We talked about how important that job is. We actually did our mobile field force. Lieutenant Harvey came in. He is kind of our riot squad. We showed him a gas mask. We showed him all the gear we wear. Showed them the shields. They actually got to go out in the back part of our training center and throw tennis balls at each other with the shields, like pretending that they were rocks or bottles and everything. It's a really fun time for them. And then we had a canine demonstration. Two of our canine officers came in and actually showed them, staged drugs somewhere, and actually dogs came up and actually found it. They put it out in our gym, and the dogs sniffed it out really quick, and they saw how easily a dog can do that. Then we actually did a bite demonstration where one of our officers had a bite pillow, and the dog actually bit onto it, and to show how strong the dog's jaws are, he actually spun in a circle, and the dog was not letting go. So very, very cool. Dogs can be a very cool tool. I taught them internet safety and how dangerous it is these days with people, trying to contact them on the internet. We had a long class about that and a very long talk. It's just, like I said, it's a dangerous time on the internet right now, and they need to know that. One of our detectives came in and taught them how what our detective division does, whether investigating the different kinds of violent crimes, child crimes, all that stuff. And then the same detective is a SWAT team member, and we actually got to pull out our SWAT trucks. They got to crawl all over them. We actually got some pictures of them up on the SWAT trucks and everything. Like I said, I don't know a lot of kids that get to climb up on one of our SWAT trucks, but I think they were very fortunate to be able to do so. And then one of our officers came in and showed them our drone systems. We have multiple different drones. Drones are a good tool to be able to find missing children, suspects that are on the loose. The cameras on these things are unbelievable. They can fly a drone from behind our training center, and they'll zoom in on the clock on the courthouse and tell the time. They're that good, and they're an awesome tool. And like I said, we finished up every single day with defensive tactics, working up a sweat. But like I said, they toughed it out. These are some tough kids. They did a great job. Like I said, be proud of them, because I definitely am. So right now, I just want to have the chief come up and say a few words. So if you could give Scott Galloway a round of applause, please.
This is a great turnout, and I think every year it gets better. I know this year we had a waiting list for kids to get into this group, and unfortunately we had to deny some of the kids to come in because it was full already. So this is an incredible turnout, and I know you talk about your heart being full. To see these kids march in and do a facing movement, I'm sure they're proud of it, and I know it's intimidating maybe for them to come in for their parents to do that, but they're proud to be doing police work and being involved in this program, and I'm sure proud of them for having done it. And to the parents here, grandparents and family members, thank you for trusting us with your kids. These are your prized possessions and your prized people, and you trusted us with them for 3 days to talk about really, really intense things, talking about riots and active shooters and those kind of things. So you have to grow up fast, but they did that. And so be proud of them, and I'm proud of you for allowing us to give them a little bit of insight of what we do. And for our staff, MK and Mark and Jason, Amanda back there in the corner, it always just impresses me of how good of a police department we have. I'm just a small part of that. I know I'm the chief, but they do the work, and I'm so proud to be part of something that they do so good all the time. We have a Citizens Academy, we have a Junior Police Academy, the mayor knows all these programs that we do they're incredible and they're well run because we have such great police officers. So I hope these kids have seen that and that you see it every day when we're on the street. Thank you again for allowing your family, your precious family, to have a little bit of time with us. And I'd like now to have the mayor come up and say a few words. Thank you.
Well, this will be a little bit redundant, but I want to echo what the chief said and thank everybody from the Lafayette Police Department that's involved in this program. You know, this program is really just one of many outreach programs that our department does to interact with the community in many different ways, interact with our youth. And then, of course, we run the Citizens Academy for adults. And we've run those programs for many, many years because we know spending time with young people, spending time with members of the community is important to educate people, to build those relationships. It makes for a better department and it makes for a better and safer community. And so I appreciate the hard work that goes into that. As the chief said, thank you to all the parents and grandparents and family members that are here. This is a unique opportunity for these young people, and we really do want to spend time with them and teach them. Hopefully someday, some of those will be maybe teaching those classes or wearing that uniform. You don't know, but we want them to have that opportunity. And I will tell you, from my own personal experience, most of you probably know I'm a retired captain with the Lafayette Police Department in 1972 probably, because they're never too young. I was 12 years old, and the Lafayette Police Department didn't have anything like this, but the state police actually ran the state police career camp, it was called, out at Ross Hill Park, way out past Fort Weotnon, and I went to that year, and I was hooked. I knew for the rest of my life all I wanted to be was a police officer by going to that camp. So it is important that we talk to young people at this age and get them thinking about those things and what's important, what that future looks like. And even if they don't go into law enforcement, just to have that relationship with us and that relationship with our community, I think is very important. So congratulations to each and every one of you. This really has been a tremendous accomplishment. You know, you've learned a lot, you've had to do a lot, and I hope that you really do give some consideration into the future to a career in law enforcement, and we wish you all the best. So again, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Mayor. So we're going to go ahead and pass out the certificates now. So, Chief and Mayor, if you want to come up. Isaiah Velasquez.
Congratulations.
Morgan Mullins. Chase Stevens.
Congratulations.
Roosevelt Lamberson.
Congratulations.
Aaron Kirkhoff. Emma Kendall. Jace Road. Christopher Maiden. Aubrey Jenkins. Cody Mangus. Memphis Funk. Ethan Prohl.
Congratulations.
All right. I'm gonna start over here. I'm sorry. Losing my mind. It's been a long 3 days, so. James Frost. Hadley Conrad. Will Barrett. Benjamin Boyles. Parker Blevins. Now we'll switch. Astrid Beck. Brentley Gray. Andres Avila. Lily Meyer.
Congratulations.
Henry Hubert.
Congratulations.
Allie Hubert. Can we go ahead and give them one more round of applause, please? Like I said, I am extremely proud of them. They did an outstanding job. Like I said, I can't say enough. This is probably one of the better classes. Like I said, I think this is the 5th year I've been doing this. Probably one of the better classes I've had. Very disciplined, very good. Did a great job. Listen to what I had to say. But like I said, they learned a lot. And like I want to tell you guys, some of you said you had interest in being a police officer. Follow that. I didn't have my interest until later on in life. But yes, it has been an outstanding career for me. I've been here for 24 years. I'm going to continue to do this. As I said, it's a passion of mine. I love it. This can be an outstanding job or an outstanding career. But like I said, do whatever you want to do in life. Aim for the stars. Like I said, I know you guys can do it. Put your mind to whatever you want to do. I can't thank you guys enough. I can't thank family members enough. I really appreciate everything. Like I said, you guys have a great summer. Be safe, be responsible. Okay, like we talked about. There are refreshments back there. There's water and cookies if you guys would like. And we'll take pictures if you guys want to. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.